I am making a deck profile for Umi Control. I've been playing around with this deck for a while, and I really do think it's really fun. The only thing I haven't done yet that I want to do is find a way to incorporate there can be only one without exceeding 40, while still being able to keep the way I want to. I don't think I will, so I'll probably just play a 43 card deck with 3 copies of there can be only one. But overall, the main reason I like this deck is the fact that Scythe Lock is running around a lot of my locals. So playing a deck that doesn't need its extra deck is actually very good there. Starting off with the monsters, I play 3 copies of Silent Sea Nettle. Silent Sea Nettle can be special summoned from your hand while you control a water monster, but if you do, it locks you into water for the entirety of the turn. And then you can banish from your graveyard to target 3 water monsters in your grave, shuffle them back into the deck. Then I play 3 copies of Ice Knight. Ice Knight has the once per turn effect of once per turn activates effect, so during that turn you get 1 additional normal summon of a water monster that turn. And it also has the effect of gains 400 attack for each aqua monster you control. So even though it's only 1300 attack points, it still starts off with 1700 because it counts itself. And then if you use that effect, then you cannot normal or special summon monsters for the rest of the turn unless they're water. So Ice Knight also locks you into water. And then I play 1 copy of Doom Kraken. Doom Kraken has the effect if Umi's on the field, then it has quick effect. You can target 1 water monster you control, 1 monster your opponent controls. Return your targeted monster to your hand. Or special summon it, return your target monster to your hand, and then destroy the opposing opponent's targeted monster. Which I believe that's what it does. Okay. And it also has the effect if an attack is declared, you can activate its effect to return it to your hand. You can only use each of its effects once per turn. Then probably one of the best monsters in the deck is 3 copies of Electric Jellyfish. Electric Jellyfish has the effect of you can send an Umi from your hand or deck to the graveyard for cost to then special summon a water monster from your hand. And then while Umi's on the field, and your opponent activates a monster effect or the spell card or the effect of a spell card, then you can negate that effect. And if you do negate it, then Electric Jellyfish also gains 600 attack and defense points. And you can only use each effect of Electric Jellyfish once per turn. The only downside I see of this card is that it can't negate traps. So if you activate its effect, it can't negate an infinite impermanence. Then I play 3 copies of Karyushin. I know I'm playing 2 Great Whites, but that's just because I only have the 1 Karyushin and I didn't want to. I was getting tired of waiting for the other 2 Karyushins to show up in the mail. The only reason I play this card in the deck is just for the rank 4 and 5 plays, since this deck's Umi is a Legendary Ocean, which decreases levels of all monsters by 1. So all your level 5s become 4, level 4s become 3. Also, having normal monsters in the deck is decent with, is really great with one of the trap cards in the deck that I'll get to later. Then I play the main control card in the deck, which is Ocean Dragonlord Karyushin. Ocean Dragonlord Karyushin has the effect of while Umi's on the field, each player can only control 1 face-up non-water monster, and if there's more than 1 non-water monster in play, then each player sends them to the grave until they only have 1. Then also has the Hardwoods per turn effect of once per turn you can add an Umi, Karyushin, or Sea Stealth spell trap from your deck to your hand. Then to finish off the monsters, I play the 1 Mega Fortress Whale. This card just has the effect of once per turn you can activate while Umi's in play, you can activate its effect, so all your water monsters can attack directly that turn. During your opponent's battle phase, quick effect, you can activate its effect to destroy one monster your opponent controls. And then if it's destroyed, then you can special summon a Water Warrior monster from your deck. But I don't play Water Warrior, so its float effect doesn't really do anything. But that is it for the monsters. Moving on to the spells. For the spells, I play 1 copy of Terraforming, just because so you can search one of your 3 copies of a Legendary Ocean. A Legendary Ocean does, its name becomes Umi, or its name is always treated as Umi, so that's on the hand, deck, field, grave, face down field, anywhere. But it decreases levels of all water monsters by 1, and increases the attack and defense of all water monsters by 200. Then I play 2 copies of Rage of Karyushin. Rage of Karyushin, if Umi is in play, lets you just target monsters your opponent control up to the number of water monsters you control that are originally level 5 or higher. Destroy them, and if you do, the zones those monsters were in cannot be used until the end of the turn. You only activate 1 Rage of Karyushin once per turn. Then I play 2 copies of Fury of Karyushin. Fury of Karyushin has the effect of you can activate it to add a Torrential Tribute from your deck to your hand, and if a water monster in the field be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish it from your graveyard instead. So it has the protection effect of cards like Return of the Dragon Lords or Branded Opening. Then I play 2 copies of Salvage. This will let you target 2 water monsters in your grave with 1500 or less attack points and return them back to your hand. I like to use this to get back things like Electric Jellyfish, Ice Knight, or Silent Sea Nettle if I need it. Then I play 3 copies of Sea Stealth 2. Sea Stealth 2 has the effect it's always treated as Umi while face up on the field or in the graveyard. Makes so your opponent can target your water monsters with monster effects. At the start of the battle phase, you can activate its effects on a monster that lists Umi, or mentions Umi, or is a level 5 or higher water normal monster. Something from the graveyard, but destroyed during the end of the turn, or the end of the battle phase. And then to finish off the spells, I play 3 copies of Fish Sonar. Fish Sonar just lets you add a level 7 or lower water monster that mentions Umi from your deck to your hand. And then if Umi isn't in play, you can then special summon a level 5 or higher water normal monster from your deck. My bad, not level 5 or higher water normal. A water normal monster. And that is it for the spells. Moving on to the traps. So for the traps, I play 2 copies of Sea Stealth Attack. Sea Stealth Attack has the effect of when this card is activated, you can activate Umi from your hand or graveyard. And while Umi's on the field, it gains the... Let's start over. While Umi's on the field, this face-up card gains these effects. Where once per turn, you can banish a water monster you control until the end of the end phase. So at that turn, all your spells and traps cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. And that includes even if Sea Stealth Attack leaves the field. So if you activate that effect and your opponent goes Ogre for some reason, then it will still protect all your spells and traps. And then, as another effective at the start of the damage step, when you're a water monster whose original level is 5 or higher, battles an opponent's monster and destroy that opponent's monster. Then I play 2 copies of Torrential Tribute. When a monster is summoned, normal or special summoned, destroy monsters in play. And to finish off the traps, I play 3 copies of Karyushin's Dark Reef. Karyushin's Dark Reef has the effect of you can send a face-up Umi you control to the grave. Special summon 2 monsters from your deck that mention Umi or are water normal monsters. And then if your opponent controls a monster when it's activated, you can special summon as many water normal monsters from your deck as you want. Or they have to be level 6 or lower water normal monsters. And then, until the end of the next turn after this effect is activated, you cannot normal or special summon monsters except for water. But that's fine, because really all you want to summon is water. And that is it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. For the extra deck, I play 2 copies of Toad. Toad is just a generic, or an Omni Negate, by sending an Aqua monster from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard to negate the activated card. Or, however, when your opponent would activate a card or effect, you can send a face-up Aqua monster from your field or an Aqua monster in your hand to the field or to the graveyard to then negate an opponent's activated card or effect and then destroy it. And then, if you want to, you can set it to your field. And while and then a Toad is sent to the graveyard, then you get to target 1 water monster in your grave and put it back to your hand. And I play 1 copy number 20, Giga Brilliant. I only play this if I think I can make it rank 3. And Giga Brilliant's only purpose with this is so I can make Ocean Dragon Lord Kaioshin even bigger and harder to get over. But the fact is simple. With once per turn, you can detach material from it. All of your face-up monsters gain 300 attack. I'm just playing around Giga Brilliant. If I don't like it, I'll probably end up playing Spaceway Octo Bypass. I just wanted to play a rank 3. What I'll probably end up doing is take out Giga Brilliant for either a 3rd Toad or something else I think might be usable. Then I play 3 copies of Abyss Dweller just because decks like Tearlament are running around. Although I'm pretty sure Dweller doesn't actually do anything to them, but a lot of people on my locals like to play grave deck or decks that revolve their graveyard, so Dweller's actually good there. As well as Dweller increasing all your water monster attacks by 500 if it has a water monster's material. And I play 2 copies of number 4 Stealth Kraken and 2 copies of Stealth Kraken Spawn. Stealth Kraken has the effect of, while it's on the field, all monsters become water, or all face-up monsters become water. And then, during the main phase clear effect, you can destroy 1 water monster on your opponent's field, and then burn for half of that monster's attack points on the field. And then, if it is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, if it's just destroyed, then you can special summon Stealth Kraken spawns from your extra deck for each material it had. And then Stealth Kraken spawn has the same effect as Stealth Kraken, except it does not change everything to water and does not burn. And then when Kraken spawn is destroyed, while being summoned by the effect of Stealth Kraken, then you can summon a Stealth Kraken from the graveyard and attach a water monster from your grave to it as material. Then, because I'm playing Toad, I play 2 copies of Bahamut Shark just so I can summon Toad. Once per turn, you can summon a detached material, summon a rank 3 or lower water monster from your extra deck. However, Bahamut Shark cannot attack for the rest of the turn. One thing I thought about doing was taking out Giga Brilliant and the 1 copy of number 32 Shark Drake for Rebarian Shark or Bahamut. Either a Rebarian Shark or Submersible Carrier Arrow Shark. Just like can be a rank 3 Xyz monster. So you can go Bahamut Shark, summon that one. Then I use that monster to summon Full Armored Black Ray Lancer. And they can use Full Armored Black Ray Lancer and Bahamut Shark to summon Utopic Future. And then use Utopic Future to summon Utopic Draco Future. But Shark Drake's only in this deck in case I can summon 3 level 4 water monsters, just for an additional multiple attack thing. Oh, like I said, I'll probably take it and get a Brilliant out for Reburying Shark and 400 Black Relancer. The thing with Reburying Shark, though, is that if it is sent to the graveyard, then you can take your Rank Up Magic card from your deck and place it on top of your deck, so you can stack your Rank Up Magic 7-1 with it. Then to finish out the extra deck, I play 1 copy of number 61 Volcasaurus and 1 copy of Constellar Pleiades. Volcasaurus has the effect of once per turn you can detach material, target 1 monster your opponent controls, or 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and then your opponent takes damage to all that monster's attack points, but Volcasaurus cannot attack directly the turn that effect is used. And then Pleiades is just a quick effect of you can detach material, target 1 monster on the field, return it to the hand. Pleiades is the card I like making when my opponent tries to summon a Phoenix Enforcer, because they'll activate Phoenix Force's effect, and I'll chain Pleiades to it, bouncing their Phoenix Enforcer, so I have to destroy 1 other card on their field, and 1 card on my field. But most of the people that do that at my locals like to start off with Fusion Destiny, and activate its effect, which then I can chain Pleiades and nothing gets destroyed. But that is it for my Umi Control deck profile. If you have any ideas of what I can do to improve the deck, any ideas decks I can see be made, or decks I can see face each other, feel free to comment down below. Thanks for watching.